guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I filmed this super simple, easy, everyday makeup look for you guys, and I used only drugstore products. The majority of the videos on my channel use a lot of high-end products and are pretty bold, so I thought today I would do this really easy makeup look for you guys. I've never done a drugstore tutorial on my channel, so I'm super excited to be filming this video for you guys. I love the way this look turned out. I think it's perfect if you're a high school or college student and you don't want to wear too much makeup. I personally don't wear any makeup to school, but if you do want to put a little bit on, I think this is a really nice, simple and fast makeup look for you to achieve. I used some really popular and raved about drugstore products in this video that I've never tried before, so if you guys want to see my first impressions and kind of opinion on those, then definitely stay tuned for that. So before we get into this video, if you guys like me and you like my channel, then please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. I would love to have you guys here. So without further ado, if you guys want to see how I got this drugstore look, then please keep watching. Okay, so I already went ahead and did one eye off camera just because if we did both, we would probably be here all day. But I went ahead and used the LA Girl Slim Shady Brow Pencil, and this is in the shade Blackest Brown. And then I cleaned it up with the LA Girl Pro Concealer, so I'll show you guys how I do that on this side. So I actually just came back from Target and I tried to remember all the things that I don't already have in my collection so I could get them. But the one thing that I forgot that was a drugstore product was primer, and the only one I have left is this one, and I love this one, but I think I might be out of it. This is the Maybelline Baby Skin. So we're just gonna try and hope and pray that there's anything left in this, because this is our only hope for primer. I'm literally just gonna like squeeze this to the top. So I'm just going to put this all over my face. Okay, so now that my face is primed, I'm gonna go in with my Maybelline Matte and Poreless Foundation. This is the Fit Me Matte and Poreless Foundation. And this is one of the things that I actually just picked up today, and I've heard so much about this foundation, but I've never tried it before. And we're just gonna hope that this is going to match me, because I did get kind of burnt and tanned yesterday, so I don't know what my color is in anything. And I'm gonna apply this all over my face with my black beauty blender. The one thing that I wish that this foundation had is definitely a pump, because I don't like pouring things out of products. So I'm going to go in next with my favorite concealer ever. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. So that was my first time trying the foundation, but I use this concealer almost every day. I like this more than I think any high-end concealer that I've ever tried. So I'm going to pair this concealer with my pink beauty blender, because this one is better for lighter consistencies. And before I blend all of this out, I'm actually going to go in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer, and this is in the shade Toast, and I'm going to contour my nose. Now that all of my creams are laid down, I'm going to go in with a powder. And I really wanted to find the Airspun Translucent Powder because I've never tried it before. I already have this in my collection, but it's kind of almost ran out. It's kind of old, so I just went ahead and picked up a new one. This is the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. This is a translucent powder too, so it shouldn't really affect the color of my foundation. So I'm also going to be trying to use as affordable brushes as possible in this video other than my beauty blenders. I'm only going to use Morphe brushes because I find that Morphe is the most affordable with the best quality at the same time. So to set under my eyes, I'm going to be using my Morphe M500, and to set the rest of my face, I'm going to be using my Morphe MB4. So I do feel like that powder might have made me the teeniest bit lighter. So to fix that, I'm going to be going in with the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer, and I've heard so much about this bronzer, but I wanted to give it out a try for myself, and I thought this was the perfect video to do so. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this with the Morphe M523 and the Morphe M527. I'm going to use the M527 first just to bronze up my entire face. and then the N523 to get a more precise contour. So I actually think I'm just going to leave the bronzer at that and not go in with my Morphe M523 because I do want to do a more simple everyday look for you guys today, so I don't want to have as harsh of a contour. So I'm just going to move on to my nose contour. Using the butter bronzer again, I'm going to go right over where we used that cream, and I'm going to use my Morphe M210 and just bring back some of my nose contour. The thing I really like about this bronzer is that it's definitely not too warm, so it doesn't really give you that orangey look. It's more of like the natural shadow, which is very important when looking for a good bronzer to contour with. And then I'm also going to take some of this down on the bottom of my lip and some in the middle of my Cupid's bow. Next up is blush, and again, oh my god, I'm going to keep talking about all the things that I wanted to buy, but I really wanted to get the Milani Luminoso blush because I've heard so many great things about that blush as well. But I found out they don't sell Milani at Target, or maybe just at the Target that I was at, but I have this e.l.f. contouring blush and bronzer duo, and I remember buying this because they were saying that it was a dupe for the NARS Laguna and Orgasm blush. So I'm going to use this blush right here today, and to do so, I'm going to be using my Morphe MB4. That's really pretty actually. So for highlight today, I'm actually super excited to try this product out. This is the e.l.f. Baked Highlighter in Moonlight Pearls, and I heard that it's best to kind of scrape the top off of the highlighter. So I'm just going to go ahead and swatch it really fast without scraping it first. And then I'm going to scrape it and swatch it on my arm so we can see if there's like really that big of a difference with scraping the highlighter off. So like putting my finger into it kind of feels like sandpaper. I feel like it's not really picking up any of the product. I don't even know if you can see. Okay, so let's try this again. There we go. That's so much better. So this is what it looks like when you scrape off the top. It's this one right here, and you can't even see it like down here. So to apply this, I'm gonna be using my Morphe M310 fan brush, and I'm just going to kind of smile and bring it down to the apples of my cheeks. That way you can see it head on as well as when I turn my head. And I'm just doing this without spraying anything. And then if I feel like I need to spray some finish spray to make it pop a little bit more, I will do that. Okay, so this is it without any spray, and I think I'm just gonna leave it like this because it's just giving me a really, really pretty glow, and it's not too dramatic, and honestly, I really like this highlighter a lot, so I'm just gonna leave it like this. Also with the e.l.f. Baked Highlight, I'm going to use the Morphe M170-4 brush, and I'm going to highlight my nose and my Cupid's bow. Okay, so now I'm going to move on to the eyes, and I don't have a drugstore eyeshadow primer, but I do have this 24-hour color tattoo by Maybelline, and this is in the shade Barely Branded, and I used to love these color tattoos, so I'm just going to apply this all over my lid as a base for the eyeshadow. So I have two eyeshadow palettes that we're going to be alternating between today. The first one that I have is the e.l.f. Eyes Lips Face palette, and this palette is ginormous. I've had this for the longest time, but then the other palette I'm going to be using is the Maybelline 24K Nudes palette. So in this palette, I'm going to go in and use this orangey matte shade right here. And to put this all into my crease, I'm going to be using my Morphe E27. And then just to warm up the look a little bit more, I'm going to go in with this light brown shade. Okay, so I'm not going to lie, I've been going through and swatching some of the shimmery pigments in the e.l.f. palette and some of them in this 24 karat nude palette, and for some reason I feel like I'm getting literally like no pigment out of these. Like I'm really digging my finger into the shimmer, and that's what I'm getting right there. I'm just going to go in with that white shade, and I'm going to put this under my brow bone and on the inner corners of my eye. For my inner corners, I'm actually going to go back in with that e.l.f. highlighter because that was super pigmented, and I feel like that will really brighten up my eyes. Okay, so that color that I swatched on my hand is this one right here. And I'm gonna go ahead and try to apply it to my eyes because maybe it'll be a little bit more pigmented on my lid. So I'm going to use the same brush that I used to contour my nose. I'm using the Morphe M210. So I'm just gonna go ahead and spray my brush with the NYX Matte Finish spray. Maybe we can get something out of here. There we go. So definitely with any shimmery pigments in this palette, I definitely recommend that you spray them first with a setting spray. So I'm gonna definitely keep this look extra simple today, and I'm not gonna do any lashes. I actually brought out these faux mink ones. These are a really great drugstore lash if you want everyday one. These are the faux minks in the number 811, but I think I'm gonna keep this extra simple and just go straight in with curling my lashes and using my mascara. So my favorite mascara is the L'Oreal Voluminous Million Lashes Excess Mascara. So I'm just going to be going in with this and coating my lashes. Now that my top lashes are coated with mascara, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the bottom lash line and waterline. I'm going to go in with my NYX, this super tiny, nothing left, white liner, and I'm going to put this onto my waterline. And then I'm just going to go ahead and use the same shades that I used in the crease onto my lower lash line using my Morphe E36 brush. Next, I'm just going to go into my lips, and I'm going to use the Wet n Wild lipstick, and this is in the shade 547B Breeze. And then on top of that, I'm going to use the NYX lip gloss in Sugar Pie. And lastly, to finish off this look, I'm just going to be using my NYX Matte Finish Spray. So this is the final result, just a super easy, simple, everyday makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys want to see more drugstore makeup looks like these, then please give this video a thumbs up. Let me know if you want to see more of a glam drugstore look first, or if you would like to see the half high-end, half drugstore video first. Let me know down below. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed and got some help from this video. So I think that's about it, and I hope to see you guys next time.